Have you experienced a feeling of emptiness even after achieving a goal like building your dream house or cracking your dream entrance exam? If yes, then the book Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience, written by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, is for you. After 20 years of research on the psychology of happiness, in this book, the author has shared with us the ancient yet generally unknown way to become happy in life. So let's discuss a summary of this book, Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience. Smart idea number 1. The source of happiness is inside you. We seek happiness more than anything else in our life. We chase things like money, power, health in the hope that they will make us happy. But even after achieving it, we feel empty and discontent. Even a small child who breaks his previous records in any game feels happy. People who were in concentration camps experienced happiness when they heard the voice of birds, or we can also sometimes notice happiness in our struggles and hard times as well. This is so because happiness lies in the inner experiences and how we interpret them. People who learn to control inner experience will be able to determine the quality of their lives. In The Man's Search for Meaning, author Viktor K. Frankl said that, "Don't aim at success. The more you aim at it, the less you get it. Success like happiness must ensue, not pursue." Have you ever saw the people who have a hell lot of wealth still they are not happy? I have seen, and probably you as well. Just think about the number of rich patients that psychiatrists treat regularly. Happiness is not something that comes to us from outside events. It always comes from our inner consciousness. Smart idea number 2. Complete involvement is the key to experience flow. What is flow? Flow is a state in which you lose yourself in the task you are doing. Flow is when you are so invested in a task that you lose track of time, when you feel in the zone. The science behind the flow state goes like this. Our nervous system is incapable of processing more than about 110 bits of information per second. And in order to hear me and understand what I am saying, you need to process about 60 bits per second. That's why you can't understand more than 2 people talking to you. When you are really involved in a completely engaging process of creating something new, you don't have enough attention left over to monitor how your body feels or your problems at home. You can't feel even that you are hungry or tired. Your body disappears, your identity disappears from your consciousness. To achieve flow, you need 3 things. Number 1, realistic goals. Number 2, your skills match the challenge. And number 3, complete focus on the activity. Because flow happens when your skill matches the difficulty of the task. If the task is too difficult, you will feel anxious and won't be able to experience flow. But when skills are much higher than the challenge, you will feel bored. But you cannot experience flow without investing your attention. Attention is what selects the relevant bits of information from the potential millions of bits available. Without full attention, you cannot absorb the information you need to continue in the zone. For example, when you start playing badminton, the main challenge in front of you is to just hit the shuttle. The challenge and your skills meet, and you go into the flow zone. You feel good about just hitting the shuttle. Over time, you become good at hitting the shuttle, and just hitting the shuttle seems boring. This is a state of boredom. Also, if you meet the competitor who is good at badminton than you, then you feel anxiety and you might give up the game. Both anxiety and boredom are not good for us. So how to get into the flow? You can get yourself out of boredom and anxiety by increasing your skills. If you increase the challenge so little and you met them, you go into the flow again. You can apply this to your work or studies as well. Just increase your skills or set the challenges that are just beyond your reach and immerse yourself into the state of flow. Smart idea number 3. Enjoyment and pleasure are 2 different things. People assume that a series of pleasurable activities like traveling to exotic places, watching Netflix, etc. bring happiness, but that does not happen. You get pleasure from activities when you don't need to put mental effort or when your bodies need to fulfill. You get pleasure from activities like sex, sleep, eating food, or watching Netflix. Whereas enjoyment is something when you put your mental efforts like reading novels, which has twist after every 10 pages, or playing chess, accomplishing something beyond your expectation. You might not feel good while going beyond your limitations, but later you enjoy those experiences. While pleasure plays an important role, but it does not bring happiness directly. When a child born, he acts like a learning machine. He uses his brain to learn and adapt to new changes. That's why he remains happy. But as we grow old, we run after pleasurable things and lose the happiness from our life. Smart idea number 4. Use free time for flow activities. We usually feel good at work if there is a system that gives challenges and rewards. To meet the expectation, we work hard and we go beyond the limitations by using our mental energy. But we get confused about what to do in the free time. We end up consuming media. Instead, we should cultivate hobbies or any art that we can actually enjoy. People who learn to enjoy their work, who do not waste their free time, end up feeling that their lives as a whole have become much more worthwhile. As C.K. Brightbill said, the future will belong not only to the educated man, but to the man who is educated to use his leisure wisely. With this, we come to end of the book summary of Flow, written by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Let me know what did you learn from this book, and also buy this book from the link given below in the description of this video to learn other useful smart ideas as well. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.